13th of May 2024. Hello, welcome. We're going to be looking at some new important information that has come through for humanity, for those of you that are feeling deeper and at this time are feeling the energies at the moment of loneliness. People are not hearing or listening to you. This collective loneliness, crying, lacking a bit of faith, the same method you've been using are not quite working as they used to be. So, hi, Anastacia here, Blue Beyond Guide. Thank you for joining today. The picture's already shifted up, so prepare yourself for a pure divine upgrade. You can feel and hear the pictures are already shifting and rising. Whether you understand spiritual words or talk, it does not matter. This is a pure, unconditional, loving space of energies that is first to the planet, ahead of time, as a new earth pioneer of consciousness through feeling, which is everything. And if you're here now, you are ahead of time as well in all you are, because the vibration of this will not reach those coming from a shallowness, always set in love. Remember, I set the precedents before I come in. Everything I say and share is coming from a space of pure, divine, unconditional love. So just reach your arms up and bring your energy into yourself and give yourself a moment to breathe. Tilt your head back. There we go. Galactic breath is what I call that. So the fact that you're even watching this means your frequency and vibration, which is a term of energy that can be measured, is high enough to uptake what it is I'm bringing through, even if you may not understand it all. And I have got some wonderful stuff to share with you today, because this is about new earth inner freedom within yourself. Not looking outside for the peace and the freedom for the world. When is the world going to kick in? It all comes from within. Now, this here today, I will also set another energy boundary. You have not been through what I'm about to share. Okay, this is of the highest vibration of 10th dimensional energies after 30 years of feeling inwardly, always said in love and respect. So what am I going to share from you? Well, it was interesting that Spirit said this is an important update. I am not called to do videos anymore as I did for 3 to 4 years. There are a couple of hundred videos on AnastasiaBlueBeyondGuide.com on YouTube, and that's the website name as well, of ahead of time, freely gifted, pure divine healings for you to help yourself. Okay, so all of that has been already done, and my role now is pulling back more, and I'm going to share more about that for those of you that are ready for these energies. So I'm going to be sharing here ahead of time, both in spirit and soul, what's happening collectively, consciously, that the fewer master souls are transmuting within. The numbers, as your energy grows, the numbers lessen because we pull back more, and I'll share more about that soon. I'm just giving you a heads up of what we're going to be covering today. So I'm going to go straight into it about what is 5D consciousness, okay? So let's keep it simple. I always say it's about neutrality and unconditional love. And then I came across something at this moment, I don't recall who shared this, so respect to the writers of this. 5D is a consciousness that resides in love and neutrality. So when I read this, I've chosen to share this because it puts it so beautifully together, that's woven energetically of pure divine energies. There is no duality, there is no good or bad. There is no competition, and we know there is enough in the universe for everyone. You feel overwhelming emotions of love and compassion for life, Mother Earth, and the stars. In this space, we live free from conditioning and live oneness with yourself and others. This is known as self-mastery and will create peace on earth. We firstly need to reach this space within ourselves. And while we have shifted into a 5D energetic space, Gaia has humanity embodying 5D energies is a process that souls are still learning newly to come into. To be able to feel love and neutrality, you need to feel. You need to feel unconditional love. And what I'm about to share is people not listening. Are you finding that people are not listening or hearing you? This isn't a new way. There's a collective loneliness, crying, feeling that you lack a bit of faith. The same methods as before not quite working. There's plenty of new to look at here. And you're getting this firstly right here. Please consciously know and uptake. This is a gift for you of pure divine unconditional love and pure divine golden energies. And if you wish to uptake a divine healing as you help you to help yourself, it's right here when you're ready. Now, there will be a lot of information here that will need to be seen more than once and over some time as well, because these are living energies of a 10D vibration. I came into 5D ahead of time early, firstly, linking spirit and soul 20 years ago. It's quite a challenging thing to be ahead of time. Much of what was written, and you'll be able to relate this to you, mirror everything I'm sharing for yourself. When I talk about me, it's for you to mirror this and reflect this back for you for where you are at. So this is an important message for humanity, for those of you ahead as a pioneer for New Earth through yourself. Remembering that those coming from the head in words only will not resonate or vibrate, as many are yet to be in touch with their own inner divinity, strength, and power. That's a big one. I'm going to flag that one. We become a giant mirror for souls who are not ready or able to feel deeply or deeper at this time. All set in unconditional love, always, 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 no competition. Okay, so let's just take a breath in the moment. The energy's starting to settle and come down now, which is beautiful. So we can't rush these. I need to take my time. I'm just seeing which of those of you are here. Hi, Kath. Hi, Carrie. Beautiful Cardi. Hello, beautiful sister. Hello, Spiro. Hey, Luke. Hello, beautiful friend and soul. Rita and my beautiful friend Vicky. All of you. And I'm seeing the blue light coming in the window. I think looks great. I'm not going to change it. So some of you that know me, I've just recently moved into a new room. So I'm still working with the energies and enjoying what I'm doing. So anyway, so I'm going to keep going here. And share with you, and I wonder how many of you have been feeling this, that a overwhelming feeling of loneliness has come for some of us, not all of us, which is very interesting. We all have different roles, but this has come from those that have been on their journey awakening inside and really feeling and getting in touch with yourself consciously inside. Seems to be for a little while. Yet we will see, where there's no rules, there's no hard and fast rules. I can only go off what I see and observe, having my finger on the pulse and being brought the information of what's happening on a collective scale for the whole planet. It's a big deal to be able to do that. That's why I need to pull back more now, because humanity and the collective over 30 years and 20 years more, I've seen it grow and change to a point where I can take a step back, but I'm still being asked to keep a hand or a foot in with those of you that are still requiring this pure divine guidance, because this is how we build new unity as community energies together, and the pictures are shifting. I can feel a beautiful, beautiful healing of the divine masculine and feminine energies coming in right now. A beautiful bodhisattva energy is just coming in to join us. So I'm going to keep reading here that there's a global mass feeling of loneliness that's coming through for some souls recently as a collective healing. I felt this in the last 7 days, and then the last month is what I'm going to focus on. I've shared many updates. It's up to you to keep track. You don't have to keep track of anything, to follow whatever it is your guidance. And those of you that are wanting more of those updates that I wrote over the last 10 years, you can now come by emails. Those of you that want to come for a one-on-one, email me, theoraclespeaks@bigpond.com. I will handle that personally now. Okay, big shift is coming. So I went with it, and it was very interesting, deeply crying and feeling intensely this loneliness, yet I'm very happy within. And I dealt with embodying and embracing I am lonely and I feel lonely many years ago as part of my ascension journey into my mastership, coming into my human body, feet on the ground, while working with the spiritual stuff and being very raw and real and feeling here. You know, that takes bravery. Anyone can go off and do a video and spruik and talk and share, and bless those that do. Yet if you're not feeling and you're not anchoring and grounding the energies in, those energies will fade away. Or they end up becoming traps of the mind, of courses, and you've got to, I'm not getting into the money and exchanges, because I ask for exchanges for people that want my time and energy of what's taken me 30 years to share. That's very different to people doing it for money. I do not do this for money. I don't need your money in that sense. I've provided for myself. I do it because I want to and I care. There is a very big difference, whereas spirituality, and a lot of you know, and the New Age movement has become a business, has become from the head and logic, and you just got to let that shit go. When you see that, this is something that's to do with the hijacked timeline. The beginning of this year, I actually did a beautiful video that spoke more about this. You can find it on my YouTube, Anastacia Blue Beyond Guide. Don't miss that one. That explains everything, how we feel different to others on this other hijacked timeline. So this loneliness that came, you know, I'm happy and content in my life, and boom, this came along. So this loneliness. So it's the few of us who are feeling that deeper to assist others on the planet to commence to feel the energies of loneliness. If you're feeling the loneliness, please know how ahead of time you are if you're feeling that now. There's no race or competition as part of your journey. It's not everyone's journey to feel this. I just want to say to you, feel it. You know that you're okay. You're content and happy with your life. And then this loneliness, cry, feel into it. I sobbed with it, shared it with one person. I knew it would pass, but I knew to embrace that moment. And now it's come to light. It was a collective loneliness. So it's an interesting feeling. As a transmuter deeply. So thank you and me for the loneliness. If you feel that random, it's quite an interesting feeling. So thank you to those that may be feeling that. So also, last month, I'm just checking my videos here. Okay, last month has come up something new from working inwards for 30 years. So again, what you're feeling, listening, uptaking is firstly to the planet from a pioneer in feeling deeply in spirit and soul and being very conscious and living in the flow 24/7. It's a big deal to live in the flow 24/7 in service with humanity through choosing inner freedom. And it comes firstly through myself, everything I share, being through ahead of time. So keep yourself in check. If you find yourself racing ahead, I know, I've done that, I've been through that. Please know that is your mind in a loop going around ahead of yourself. You're putting the cart before the horse. Take a breath and pull back and release all of that and gift yourself the inner freedom of uptaking this beautiful Mother Earth, Gaia, Mother of Dragons energy coming through to you to uptake for yourself. Treat yourself. Allow yourself to receive. So many of us, it took me till the age of 50, I call them levels now, not years or ages, I'm changing it to levels, is about having faith and trust in myself. I did not trust myself until I was 50. It took a very long time. So I'm going to talk about that soon. Let me slow down and come back. That what you're uptaking here is firstly to the planet voiced for the very first time. So thank you for being here. And if that isn't enough to stir your interest, then you're not consciously aware of how important that alone is in what I'm bringing through. As for me to come on nowadays is a big message for humanity. And now the energies are very wobbly. I'm going to keep talking, but I can feel the energies are all over. So we're going to do a big balance of energies as I keep talking here. Okay. For those, it seems more so for those longer on the inner journeys are now growing more into the pilgrimage that it seems to be when linking with the blue beyond guide energies coming from 10D. That's what someone said to me that booked in for a bespoke package. I only do so many per year at a time. It's a one-on-one 6 sessions where you get everything. You get looked after for 6 weeks with 6 1.5-hour one-on-one healings. That is totally life-altering for every soul that does it with 100% success rate when somebody wanted some new income or a new job. They are quite amazing, and Spirit will guide who is to do those with me. It's not about money. I'm not a business. So what has come up in a new way and a new level for those who go into, I know, or already know that this is for those seeking to master their embodying. That means to feel consciously in your body, embody, through feeling consciously, as consciously is everything, full stop. You can have all the spiritual knowledge, visions, gifts, everything, rattle off everything, abilities, and I'm not going to go into that. You understand what I'm saying, because I've got to stay in the energies in the present moment, that consciousness is everything. If you are not conscious, how can you embody, feel, and bring through to have a complete spirit and soul connection with your higher self and further with your monad and God I am? Okay, we are just scratching, humanity as a collective is just scratching the surface. I'm hearing songs and reading things from 30 years ago, 50 years ago, 100 years ago. We are still in those energies. Yes, we're advancing, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Anyway, shift that. People not listening is next level, is my next little heading here. What do I mean from this? Okay, here it comes. This is a big one. In the past month, what have I written here? Not only are souls coming from their own filter, yes, the lockdowns really brought up the dark within Gaia and humanity to come up and out, to start to be exposed, as those who are waiting for peace to come on the outside. Well, it will end up killing your energy if you let it. And what I mean by that is, I say it lightly yet truthfully, that many of us did go down rabbit holes, and the truth is not all came back. A lot of you know this. A lot of you have said this to me. You went down the rabbit holes and it did your head in and you felt yourself go a little, whatever it was for you, and you came back and you know you're not doing that again. Some souls went down those dark energies paths as part of bringing light to the planet through the lockdowns, and they haven't returned, as has been part of their journey. Some, I'm going to say broke. Okay, I know we're divinely perfect, but I say that for the purpose of you understand. If I have to explain, then you're not understanding the feeling. Some broke as so much as part of their journeys, yet are not aware and are projecting their hurt onto others. Yes, I know you know this. Just know where I'm coming from is a new space, because we've not created an embodiment in New Earth before. We're new learning in baby steps, and it takes around 20 years within to even begin. So those who know this know and feel, acknowledge what I mean. And what I mean by this is people are hearing, are not, okay, give me a moment to shift this. There's some confusing energy coming in. So that's why I've got to choose when I come in. I can feel whoever's here. There's confusing energies releasing right now. You are the earth that I breathe. Much better. Beautiful, beautiful, toning those energies. So people are predicting an answer and not hearing, and they're predicting what your reply is answer going to be before you speak in a new way. Blew me away in the recent weeks. Took a few of us to come together with what was happening with the energies. Thank Daiudzi from New Zealand for working with me with this, because it's a big deal. For the past 4 weeks, every interaction with every person I had, it took once, twice, and sometimes 3 times of changing the wording to not match their vibration, but altering and shifting the words to where they would connect and understand. It's a little bit of that, and it's also not hearing, and then also predicting what they think you're going to say. It's a combination. It's a little bit complex. So we need to find a new way to navigate, as there's not many people you can go and tell when you're a pioneer of New Earth energies, yet you can hear. So this is happening with everyone I'm speaking to now. And this happens when you shift to another vibration. And don't jump ahead of yourself with this. This is when you shift to a new vibration. I'm sure those of you that have been through this before, you know, remember we're side by side, that you can relate that you've had to alter or shift. Well, it came to a point, this was with every single person the last 4 weeks. So big as my shift and jump being ahead and then pulling back more, that it happened. It's been happening for 4 weeks with everyone, and the last one was just my son last night. And I actually said to him when I heard a comment back, and I said, can I ask what you meant by that? It was a beautiful opportunity, because I said, if this is happening, there's another one that's misunderstanding me. Now, I know they're not misunderstanding me. They were just my human words. I know what I meant by that. And I knew it was a process. And he let me know that, well, felt like you were going to go in really, really deep, and then you were going to cry. And I looked at him. That was nowhere near what I was feeling. I was done. I'd finished explaining something, and I just took a moment, felt the energy come off him, what he was going through, processed through me all night, and released it this morning. Hallelujah. Yet what I felt was, okay, big shift coming through now, me letting you know that, because I call my son Prince of Indigos. He's a pretty big trailblazer himself. And I laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed that off, as to, and that helped give a final piece. And when he left from visiting, I just went, well, what the, it has even happened with my own son, the person I am the closest to, apart from my life partner, Michael. And that's helped with this breakthrough, that it even happened with him because he's in his own space, and he jumped ahead of times in the past where I may have done that. However, that overlay was placed on me when I was not in that space. Okay, so I hope this helps you to help yourself with people. And what it means is we need to find a new way with new tools and new methods. The old tools and methods are no longer as effective, if you found that one yet. And if you want more help with this, you don't need to do anything. If you feel guided to book in for a one-on-one so I can personally help you, you do whatever you need to do. Only those who are ready. And when you're ready, the way is provided and it flows easily and effortlessly. Okay, so there's a couple other things. I'm moving into the third phase with this. We're doing really good for time. So I'm just going to cover another section of another section. The next one is about faith, which I've covered a bit. The common themes, there's two common themes I'm seeing with the masses, which is faith. When it comes to they're needing more faith, need to rely on more faith, which I spoke of a bit. There's another tip I want to give you. Aura repair and strengthening is vitally required. And this is not a quick fix. Let me explain. I have sprays, essences, pendants, copper towers, devices plugged in. I have everything available on this planet, nearly. You know what I mean? And wearing and everything, and it's still not enough because we need to get back into nature, near the water, into nature, or to do some and we need to diligently work on strengthening and repairing our aura. I have a video from 1983 that I will share with this link that will show you the effects of being with plants and next to the water that I needed to see again recently, to show me as part of the message I'm bringing here, to show you, to remind you, and also to tell you newly, this is new. Spirit said 3 months, just then, 3 months of this strengthening and building, so much over 3 years, 4 years. Have we been shattered and everything from the lockdowns? There you go. This is coming through live as I don't call it channeling, as I'm bringing through this information directly from Spirit. I'm staying in my space. I'm here because I want to be here today. All the other videos I did were coming from a different space. I've flipped it on the other side now. So the joy of still being here now, to finally see some growth and progress with souls, is quite amazing, as I too have been growing alongside you as well. So while bringing through energies, tabling, voicing for the first time in my embodying consciously through feeling firstly over 30 years, this year is a completion year for me. Anyway, I'm looking at what else I've got to share. There's a couple, 2 more bits left to go. I've got some very exciting stuff to share with you now. Are you ready for the next bit? I'm all about we're just going to cleanse some energies. I'm all about getting the message out to humanity. More so than writing a book. What I've written and shared in updates has been many books over many years that were not to be published. That was not my, maybe this year what I'm writing is going into a book, but that will be from Spirit. And I will be the deliverer. So out with the old and in with the new. So I'm all about getting the message out to humanity, more so than writing a book that does not need to be redone, because, and I'll give you an example of this, so much has already been written. And I'm not going to rewrite something that's so beautiful. And I'll give you an example from a book I read in 2013 13 from the author Karen Bishop. Now, the beautiful soul Karen Bishop, those of you who have been around for a little while as well, who recently found her wings, and her writings used to be called Wings. It was time for her to leave her physical body. What a gift to humanity this pioneer and trailblazer was and still is, because her energy is still helping humanity. I was not aware that I'd be sharing her book Emergence. Let me share if you can see that with that light. And there we go, Emergence, Karen Bishop. And I'll be doing some reading from her book today, adding some energy. So prepare yourself for a major upgrade healing here. Can you feel the gold coming in already? Just me talking about beautiful Karen. So, gosh, I started writing, connecting to her writings 20 years ago. From her writings, it kicked off my passion role and awakened within me, because she too, for what she was brewing through, was a pioneer trailblazer. She was the only one that long ago that I resonated to, and I'm not the only one. And I'm going to share with you something here. This is really exciting, that she wrote in 2011 in a book. And as I was guided to go through it again, and when I get books, I love books. I play with them, I doggy ear, I underline, I really utilize them. Books are, you know, to me, that's what they're there for. And Spirit recently, in hearing from my beautiful Lisa Luby, hearing about Karen's passing really deeply affected me. As you go up levels, you realize the less time you had compared to what you've already had, it really brings things home. And I was guided to go through a book again because I underlined so much, as I said, and I find that Spirit has stopped me right here at this part, which I will share with you in pages 36 and 37. Are you ready? Higher energies stay in hiding. You see, unseen and higher vibrating energies only reveal themselves when it is safe to do so, and they also choose whom they will assist and when. And this is the way it is now for us as well. No more helping. The old world is finding its way now. It's no longer our job to help it along. And if you start to have questions and going into, but what do you mean? Just take this in newly. In regards to saving frequently occurred when individuals were attempting to help, but they were often coming from either their ego selves or were very used to their old roles of bringing up the vibration of the planet. And most times they were doing it in a very inappropriate ways. Many of these helpers, and especially the New Age community, had a very bad habit of saving the planet, of saving people, and of saving much of everything when never asked to do so. Are you listening? Are you feeling? Are you uptaking the wisdom and the next level of this information? They were trying to help, but had not yet evolved into their soul shoes or knowledge of their roles. Let me pause that here. This is where I'm finding and seeing humanity very much is at. Blurting things out, revealing what they interpreted as a higher vibrating awareness to others who had not asked, and sending unsolicited healing to others and the planet, and yet other examples of inappropriate uses of one's knowledge and abilities. I often say when people, can you send me this, can you send me that? I just go, no, not interested for these reasons. Saving vibrates very low. Now, just know I was part of that saving energy as well in an older role. So, you got to put your hand up, people, and own it. Hey, healing without being asked. Gosh, how many times did I put the cart before the horse and a pushy energy, and I was just so passionate and wanted to help the world and wanted to help everyone. And, same as when I used to sell Amway. Oh my God, yes, I was fanatical like that. I went through that stage because I was so excited. And I'm sure you can relate with some things as well. Oh gosh. So So although healing and assisting are very viable modalities, because I often say this is helping you to help yourself, see, note, and there needs to be a meeting in the middle or bridge before either can occur. I cannot tell you how many times in the distant past when I had to decline invitations to attend planetary healings or even for intentional meditations to bring up the vibration of the planet. Neither was ever necessary. I'm going to jump on board on this one. Thank you. Bless you, Karen, for saying that. These are all, everything she wrote there is woven through all my updates over the past 17 years, whatever. Unbelievable. It's just beautiful to have it condensed so wonderfully and bravely as Karen has put here. I don't join joint meditations. I don't join those planetary, no, never felt the pull. You do you. Our beautiful planet knows exactly what she is doing and can take care of herself. Anything intentional, listen to that, intentional always takes one out of his or her center. Simply being is all that is necessary. Absolutely. Now, that was Karen's writing, and I have shared. Did you take that all in? How much is about all of the above in spiritual communities? Has this just blown away a false timeline that you found you couldn't operate in, but you didn't realize, and you're a bridge between two worlds that you need to take your foot off the old and come into the new for you? Know that the new isn't being created, that you're newly creating for new planet Earth energies. Do you know that? It's not for the faint, it's for the brave. And I've written here, all I can say is I'm glad I'm true to my word about energy exchanges, my role and my purpose in all I do and have done. Yet, as I would explain, for energy reasons about energies, souls keep on misreading the energy space I'm coming from as they are still finding their way. And after a while, this too becomes a little tiring. This is before the revelation of this morning of what I shared earlier, okay? Hence me pulling back to those who now want ahead of time updates. I wrote this on the 8th, and now I'm sharing you the answer to this. So hence me pulling back now to those who want the ahead of time updates freely within of Inner Freedom by subscription. This too is a place I remember reading Karen reach for herself before she pulled back. Now the pitch is shifting, vibration is rising yet again. Now silver's coming in, divine feminine's coming in, silver. Now part of the reason my divine guidance is to share what I am now is due to Karen's passing recently. It hit deep with me and others. It was a wake-up call. I shared that before. I find myself in a very new space and rung of having pulled back the most I ever had. The energy's a bit deep here. More of you have joined and it's dense, so we're just clearing some denseness. Find myself in a very new space and rung of having pulled back the most I have ever since about the age of 5 or 6 when I started school. This is very big. So I've shared more about this previously. I'm very open and honest in all I go through to help you help yourself. Yet after time and a good 30 years working inwards with spirit, one does get a bit tired of explaining what I mean to souls and said in the utmost deepest respect. If I have to explain what I just wrote, that's just what I won't do anymore. So I will share this. Again, this was before the realization of people pre-selecting what they think I'm going to say and not hearing, that more souls are coming from their own mirror and not even hearing when I'm talking clearly and plainly. And when I shared that with Michael, he said, I found the same thing. He said himself in the last 4 weeks. I said, exactly. So hence for me pulling back. So anyway, so last bit here, we're winding this up. We're doing really good, coming up to 40 minutes. Yay. Thank you for hanging in there. Remember, this needs to be seen over and over to get it on a different vibration. Thank you for lasting, those of you that are still here. Okay, you take whatever you need. It's all good, always all good. So feeling, I'm going to wind up with this, Masters, and I'm seeing a beautiful golden chalice, and here is the chalice of the Holy Grail energies and the DNA that comes through. It's my higher self that comes through, that is here, that is coming through for you, for your divinity. Feeling is the very vital beginning through our amazing hearts and higher hearts. It really does commence with this basic first pre-step. Don't forget and let go of all that you've learned. I'm not going to say, it feels like saying just let go and forget. It's not that. It's release and surrender all of the older energies that you've worked through to come to a new space, to a new pre-step. I'm now working with pre-step energies. So much of what people are sharing and doing, we've pushed the cart before the horse, and we've got to slow down and catch up with ourselves. That's the other main message, is breathe. Slow down to catch up with yourself. You're naturally highly intuitive. You get the information so quick and fast. You are not slowing down, pitch shifting consciously to allow yourself to feel, to embody your information. There's no rush. You've got nowhere else to be any quicker than coming home to yourself. Nothing is more important. Are you ready to give up the saving energies of the old and focus on your inner evolving through feeling in new consciousness, or what I've been calling for a while, super consciousness? Karen shared the process, is telling us, oh, I can feel tears releasing, bless whoever's releasing, to disconnect, to refuse to engage with, to remove ourselves from, and to at times ignore those lower vibrating energies of the old reality and the old world. We are supposed to get out now. We need not be around them anymore. And until we completely touch down in a new reality, we may feel grumpy, volatile, defensive, insecure, short-tempered, and most certainly ready for the new and higher vibrating energies that are within a finger's reach. And what I just described right there is where a lot of souls reside energetically, especially all else about the groups and meditations and the like. And if you do not agree or do not understand, then come back to this at a later time, dear soul. The pitch is really going high now. We're working on the white lotus of the crown. Visualize a white crown lotus happening right now, because I will go quickly. I've only got 10, 12 more lines to read, then I will go, because I need to shut the energy off so you can keep with your healing. That if you don't agree or understand fully, then come back to this at a later time. This is most definitely the divine truth energetically, because here I am 11 years later, only now finally understanding deeply within my soul on a new level, and walking away from all and focusing on the inner and keeping away and hiding my energy, and choosing energetically who I connect with, as this is a solo journey until more souls reach deeply within for their role. And then when more souls do, then we can reconnect in new unity and community to create our new earth together. It is a solo journey until more souls reach deeply within into that 5D neutrality, unconditional loving space, that we can reconnect, which barely, we're at the bare bones of reaching the let it go, and not even that. So slow down and catch up with yourself and make yourself your higher priority, as your journey within is all. Listen, so much love and bless you, and thank you for coming on here today. I will go very quickly. You can reach me and contact me. You are definitely not alone. You have so much beautifully, freely gifted videos on the YouTube channel And if you feel pulled further to subscribe or even join the private 144 Facebook group or book in for a one-on, whatever it is, and if it's nothing else than just here today, well, thank you and bless you for that. Okay? Spirit's got this in hand. It's time to have faith and trust you. Bless. So much love. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, because your energy does make a difference, and it really does matter. Thank you, Masters. Thank you so much. Bye.